Hello everyone, and welcome to 2026, with a special hello to our new players that joined us over the holiday. So as a refresher about these videos, I'm Paul, your guide for Payday 3's live service. These videos are intended to give you insight into what we're up to and why at a high level. Let's get into our roadmap for the next couple of months. Starting with February. In February, we'll be introducing peer-to-peer. So, Jonas mentioned some months ago our move away from dedicated servers to peer-to-peer for our multiplayer matchmaking. You'll see us roll out and start testing this feature with you in select periods. Now, we'll notify you ahead of time when that's happening and share some more about what to expect when we turn it on. From there, we'll then look at your feedback and our data to see what needs to be improved. That way, we have everything in place before we roll it out for good, because we want to ensure that this goes as smoothly as possible and keeps the core experience as solid as it can be. Also in February, we're going to introduce some quality of life improvements. So alongside the under the hood peer-to-peer change, we'll also be giving some areas of the game more of a facelift when it comes to quality of life. We'll be sharing more in the coming weeks, but the core philosophy here was to look at areas of the game that have been, we'll say, pain points for both you and for us as developers. One thing I think many of you will be happy about is the full removal of the Wi-Fi circles. We've also taken a polishing pass on things like lockpicking or safe cracking to improve their interactions. There's also been some improvements to the second-to-second experience, such as enabling shotgun pump while sprinting or lessening camera shake when firing. Both things we believe will make the overall experience a little bit better. Now, these are just a few of the changes that we're bringing in February, and you'll get more of a full breakdown closer to update time. Now let's switch gears and talk about March. So in March, we're gonna kick off with some new features. And Questline will be that first of the new features, aimed at starting to help fill that gap for things for you to do and chase in the game. We're thinking of this as the next step after challenges. Now, this is very much just a first iteration of the feature, and our intent is to grow over time in terms of its scope, complexity, and variety. Another new feature also coming in March is what I'll tentatively call events. That's probably not the final name, but our intent is to start utilizing the gameplay modifiers that we have in the game already, but have not touched in a long time, and start actually doing something with them again. Our intent is to start mixing up each heist a little bit to add some replayability to it from one perspective. But just like with quest lines, we're going to start small with the first iteration of these and gradually build out the feature over time so that we add more layers to it. Again, I do want to stress that and set expectations that each of these features are their first iterations, something that we will build on month over month, not just fire forget this month. Your feedback will be key to determine where we nudge the feature over time as it starts to grow and evolve. And the last month we'll talk about is April. So one of the big things that we want to tackle, and we believe will improve the experience for all players, is how information is presented in a heist, and then give you time to react to this information. As it stands today, that information and what is happening in-game has gotten a little bit muddled. We'll look to overcome this through a combination of both UI tweaks as well as when and how enemies respond in the game. At the same time, we'll begin with the first of what we call heist reworks. This has us doing a pass at the mission structure, objective types, the randomization, as well as some other things specific to each heist to improve both clarity and understanding for all players, while also aiming to make it more fun to play again. We won't hit every heist in time for April, but instead we will roll them out over time. And then lastly, as I mentioned in March, you'll see more additions and tweaks to both quest lines and, again, what I'm calling events in April as well. So with that, I want to thank all of you for this stopping by to listen to this short update, and we will see you again next time.